Hi everyone, my name is Emily. I work at Viz Arts in Rockville, Maryland. We're a nonprofit art center. For more information about Viz Arts, please visit our website at vizartscenter.org. Today I'm going to show you all how to make coasters with magazines. So we're going to talk about recycled materials today and how to use what we already have around our house to make art projects. So for this project, we're going to need magazines and masking tape, or Scotch tape, or both. You could also use glue for this project, but tape is a little bit faster, so that's why I'm going to use it to show you how to do this in this video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to take the coaster that you made and make it into a bowl. So after you make your coaster, you can keep it as a coaster and keep drinks on it, or if you want to use it as a base for your bowl, I'll show you how to do that in the next one. Okay, so we are going to begin making all of the pieces for our magazine coaster. So the first thing we need to do is take a magazine page and make a bunch of these long magazine pieces that we're going to use to roll up to put around our coaster. So I ripped a page out of a magazine. You can see there's the flat side here, and then there's the side over here that the magazine, the part where it was attached to the magazine. So we're going to start with this bumpy part on the inside so that we end up with the smooth piece on the other side. So I'm going to start by folding the inside here. I'm going to try to get it in a straight line, and then we're just going to roll it all the way up. So I'm going to roll it over and then use my fingers to press all the way over. So roll it over, press flat, roll, press, roll, press. And it's okay if it's not completely even all the way across. We just want to try our best to get it flat. Okay? So you can either make a bunch of these to begin with, like I did. I have a bunch right here that I already did, or you can do them as you go. So you can start with one and start making your coaster, and then you can keep making more and more the more you have to roll around. After we have our long straight pieces of magazine, we're going to do something else before we start rolling them up. We're going to take the magazine piece and roll it around our fingers like this and press it in so that it becomes curly. This is going to make it a lot easier when we start to roll it around in this shape, where instead of starting with something that's perfectly straight, starting with something that's already a little bit curled will be easier. So I'm just going to do that real quick with all of my pieces that I already have cut up. Okay, I think I have enough round pieces to start my coaster now. So I mentioned that you can use masking tape or Scotch tape. Masking tape is really good. I used it for all of this one, but you can see right here at the end, you can still see the masking tape. So it might be a good idea to use masking tape on the inside, and then at the end use the clear tape so that you don't see this white line. So before I start rolling my magazine pages up, I'm just going to rip a few pieces of tape so that I don't have to do that while I'm working. The pieces of tape that we want to use are small. You can see they're really small, okay, so not big pieces. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. If I need more, I can get more. Alright, so the first one's going to be the trickiest, but we're going to start by pinching one little section of magazine over, and then we're going to roll our pieces all around this one section. So I'm holding my thumb and index finger on either side of this and then rolling it up. And we want to make sure that it's tight. And I'm going to put a little piece of tape at the end. So you can see in my example, this is very tight. We don't have a lot of spaces in the middle. We don't see any light coming through it. We want it to be rolled up really well. So I have my first piece here. Now after you have your first piece, it's going to be a lot easier to roll all your other pieces all the way around, especially since we already have them in our circles. So when I get started again, I'm going to tape this piece down here and roll all the way around. And we're going to continue doing that until our coaster is as wide as we want it. Okay, so I'm at the end, so I'm putting a piece of Scotch tape this time so that we can have a clear piece. Okay, and there's my coaster. So a cool thing about this is you all can see that on this one I used a lot of darker magazine pieces, and on this one I used a lot of lighter magazine pieces, so they look a little bit different. But either way, they're really interesting. You can see all the pieces inside there. So I used maybe half of a magazine for both of these. So if you have a bunch of magazines at home, this is a really good project you can do using materials that you already have, and we always want to recycle, so reusing. You could also do this with newspapers, you could do it with wrapping paper, you could take a piece of printer paper and color it and use that for it. You can use any kind of paper for this, so pretty cool. I hope you all have fun creating your magazine coasters, and check out the next video where we take one of these as a base and make it into a bowl. Thanks!